Hey, it's Cassandra. Come back with another video. Today, I just wanted to come back and talk a little bit about why I know that the Jehovah's Witnesses is a cult. Well, the reason why I know it's a cult is because of what happened to me in my life. Um, I can see how I was led really into these arms of a narcissist. And with the people being so religious and so ready to say, don't become unevenly yoked with unbelievers and this and that and the other. But when they saw that I was getting married to a military man at the age of 17, nobody said anything and nobody discouraged me from doing that. And although I had a child, but still, nobody told my mom, hey, that's the wrong thing for you to do to sign papers for her to get married to a worldly man. But the thing was is that he knew other Jehovah's Witnesses, although he had never gotten into it or got baptized or anything. But he really loved it. He loved them so much. He loved their belief systems. Down to the point is when I told y'all before how I ran to Japan with him, after getting married, and I thought I had got away from the Jehovah's Witnesses, and I had made my mind up that I was going to start a new life and everything with him and everything. But after I was having my second child, I was in the hospital, and when I came back out, he informed me that I was going to have to study with them because he knew how afraid I was of them. He knew I was still programmed, you know, because anybody who wasn't programmed, they would have just told that person, "Hey, I don't want to study with y'all. I don't care. I have my own mind." But because my mind was already taken as a child, and I was under some kind of control, like what cults do, then I would get with somebody like that, and he was okay with me being in the Jehovah's Witness. I would try to go into Wake magazines and bound volumes and seek into all kinds of bound volumes and everything to try to find out a way to come out of a relationship with somebody who it was a loveless relationship. But he was getting everything he wanted. A wife who was docile, obedient, passive, dutiful. That's what they taught. And he loved it. Even though he was in the military, he really he adored that. He made sure I had gas in the car and everything to go. I couldn't really lie until nobody that he didn't want me to go to the hot sun, take the children out in the hot sun, because it's very hot in Okinawa. He was all for it. The other thing I know why is because when my children were molested by that guy that was 17 years old, after my little girls came down and told me about him showing himself to them, I didn't do anything but just ask a few questions and walked out the door very docile. And I didn't know how I even got home, but a normal reaction from me would have been swinging, kicking, cutting, all kinds of things. But I didn't. Just docile and robotic. And so the shining, that your parents and your sisters give, well, I think I could deal with that a little bit. But the way I handled that molestation thing, and to talk to elders and everything about my children, and then for them to tell me later on that because I was warning the other women about being careful about their children, because I knew that he was actually babysitting some of the people's children, but he didn't babysit mine. And to come to find out that he had the children saying that he had been touching them and doing things to them, and nothing happened. And the women we just sat there and took it, and just said, "Oh, let Jehovah handle it." And later on, when I found out he was in prison, I don't know why the boy went to prison or whatever, but I was happy to know that at least he was in prison, but he didn't go to prison for molestation. But I was so docile and so codified that I didn't even protect my own children. Like many people, like even my mother, letting me talk to three grown men at the age of 15. Like so many let their children, daughters and sons alike, go in and just be talked to by somebody else. And that was never no outline in the Bible that it's supposed to be like that, that you turn your children over to anybody. Children are not even really spoken of in the Bible for real. So we had no business being even took to no elders or no kind of whatever they call them, little meetings and stuff like that. We ain't have no business doing that. But we docilely, we walked into something and just let our children get molested and handled by people all the time. The only scripture that came close to describing something with pedophiles or whatever was Jesus said that if somebody harm a little one and cause that person to sin, then they might as well tie a milestone around their neck or whatever. But cause them to sin, a pedophile, that child didn't sin. So if that, you shouldn't even have to tell what to do with a person that did that kind of stuff for real. But not only do they not know what to do with a person that commits these kind of things to children, but they protect these people. And parents, mothers, stand up and allow it. Like dogs and cats or anything, they would try to do everything they can to protect their youngs. But we just went up there and let them have our children. So by the time I see that somebody can let things like that happen to their children, and they okay with that, and they just walk straight ahead like they some kind of zombies, then I know that they're inside of some kind of cult, some kind of mind control, high control group. And so now I'm not a part of that. And the man that molested my children, he's not even out of the woods with me if I ever see him, because I'm no longer under the influence of a cult. I'm no longer docile. So something that I would have done as a young woman, I handled it today as an older woman, and it wouldn't bother me in the least, because I know cults and stuff like that, they'll tell you that you just let God handle everything. But I don't know what God they're talking about they're serving. So anyway, I know for a fact that Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult because I was in it. And those two things, being in a terrible marriage, which was encouraged by them, and allowing my children to get molested, and sweeping it up under the rug, and nothing happened. And I went along with it, just shaking my head, nodding my head. I was in a cult. But happy to be out of it now. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for watching.